So I'm here at Devil's Tower in eastern Wyoming, just getting started on the Red Beds Trail, which goes around Devil's Tower. I think it's about a 2.8 mile loop, so I'm going to start with this one. There's a few trails here, so I may do all of them, I may do a couple of them. We'll kind of see how it goes, but it's pretty nice. A little bit overcast today, but the weather's pretty warm. It's 40, 45, I think. It's supposed to get up in the 50s, so yeah, just gonna do this first loop and see how it goes. So I'm about 3/4 of a mile in, and I just passed the intersection with the South Side Trail that goes over to the Belfouche campground. And so you can actually form a loop if you started over there of about 1.5 miles. It's like the Valley View Trail, part of Red Beds, and then back on that South Side Trail. But we're gonna stay on the Red Beds Trail and loop all the way around. As we come around this corner here, there's also a connector trail that'll connect Red Beds over to the Joyner Ridge Trail. But like I said, we're gonna stay on Red Beds and just do the full Red Beds loop for now. So yeah, the tower here, so the sun is in my eyes here, is a national monument, and it was actually one of the first national monuments that Theodore Roosevelt sanctioned in 1906. You can actually climb the tower, rock climb it. It takes between 5 and 8 hours to do that. And then at the top is about the size of a football field, and there's plants and vegetation growing up there, which I think that'd be really cool to see, but I'm afraid of heights, so there's no way I'm rock climbing that. So if any of you have done that, let me know how cool that is. So one thing to keep in mind, especially this time of year when we get snow and then it melts and we get warm days, and then as we're heading into spring, maybe some rain, is trail conditions can get muddy at times. Like this trail today is mostly dry, but there is some muddy spots where like the sun hasn't quite dried it out completely yet. There's some ice, so you've got dry, you've got mud, you've got a little bit of ice. And just keep in mind that best practice is to walk through the mud, not around it. Some people think they're going to damage the trail by walking through mud. And while that's true, that if the trail is muddy, all of it's muddy, just stay off of it. But like this one, the majority of it's dry, and you just happen to come across some muddy spots, just walk through them. You don't want to do more damage by walking around them and making the trail wider. So just about back to the parking lot, so finishing up with the Red Beds Trail. It's about 2.8 miles, looped around the monument, and it was mostly dry. There was some icy spots, some muddy spots, but overall it's a good trail, well marked. So once I get back to the parking area, I'm gonna go on the Tower Trail, which loops around the monument just a little bit closer, so it will be a shorter trail. So I'll share that with you guys as I go. So just getting started on the Tower Trail. It is at Devil's Tower. It's 1.3 miles paved trail around the tower. So gonna get started. So I'm just about back to the parking lot on Tower Trail here at Devil's Tower. So I did the two trails, Red Beds first and then Tower Trail. So they're a little bit different, but I enjoyed both of them. Red Beds was a little bit longer and gave you good views from a little bit farther away of the tower, which I liked, and it was obviously dirt. So on a day like today, there was some icy spots, some muddy spots. And then Tower Trail is all paved, which is nice, so don't have to deal with any mud. And there's interpretive signs along the entire trail and benches, so you really get to learn a lot and see the details of the tower. You can see, you know, all the cracks and learn about it with all the signs that are throughout the trail. And if you want to sit and rest and just enjoy it for a while. It was pretty neat. Got to see some climbers, which I didn't think there'd be any today, so that was pretty awesome. Yeah, so it's been a great day. It's getting a little bit chilly now. The sun's kind of went away and the wind's picked up just a little bit. So, but overall, it was a beautiful day here at Devil's Tower today. So a couple things to keep in mind. There is a fee to get into Devil's Tower. It's $25 per vehicle for a day. I think it gives you a couple days, or you can do an annual pass for like $45. And there are no pets allowed on any of the trails here at Devil's Tower, so don't bring your dogs if you're gonna come. I actually left Mac at home today, and Grizz, I dropped him at Grandma and Grandpa's in Spearfish. So yeah, it's been a great day.